Brought to you by Penguin.
Go Big. How to Fix Our World. Written and read by me, Ed Miliband.
Hello, I'm Jeff Lloyd. I'm a radio presenter and co-host of the podcast Reasons to be Cheerful, along with the author of this audiobook, Ed Miliband. Hello.
Hello.
I'm excited for this chat to whet people's appetite for the audiobook. But first, do you want to know something weird?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've deliberately set it up this way, but today is the anniversary of the day we met.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Somebody messaged me on Twitter who worked at the radio station where I first interviewed you and said, oh, I don't know if you have this photo, but today is...
People listening to this will think, well, they've just done that because it was all good planning by the publishers, but actually it wasn't good planning by the publishers, it was totally coincidental.
Yeah, it just happened on the way
6
here.
years ago.
Yes, and I've been sent some photos, which I'll pass over to you if you want to scroll through them. They also included, I don't know if you saw this, they included the spread that they put on for you. They didn't do that for many guests.
I don't remember the spread. I sort of try not to think about, pork-related products. Do you know what I mean?
So I know there's stuff about how the podcast happened in the audiobook, so I'll let you tell that story later. But the first thing I wanted to bring up was I am quite a neurotic man at the best of times.
Yes.
Isn't this audiobook just a way of doing the podcast, but without me on it?
You've read the book, so you tell me.
No, don't deflect it back onto me. I want to know what's going on here. How is the book different to the podcast?
I think, in a way, the podcast whetted my appetite. We go into a subject each week, and with the best will in the world, in a week you get to a certain level of depth, but it's hard to go as deep as you might want to. So I suppose the book is a way of going more deeply into these subjects which we started to think about on the podcast. I think that's the first thing. Secondly, it tries to bring together a bigger, more comprehensive vision of what do we need to do with the country. How do we renew the social contract? How do we put markets that are out of control in their place and protect the things we really value as a society? How do we have a proper sense of democracy? And how do we make change happen? So it's more thematic, I guess, than the podcast. And I suppose it's an opportunity for some people who've listened to the podcast to hear more about some of the issues we've discussed and some others we haven't discussed. And for those who haven't listened to the podcast, to kind of get a sense of the big ideas that are out there and could change this country.
I was secretly hoping that you were going to ask me to narrate the audiobook.
You'd have been very good.
It would have been like Stephen Fry with Harry Potter.
Yes.
But you decided to do it yourself.
Well, I just followed the advice of my publishers who said it's good if you do it yourself.
Did you consider using an impressionist? I mean, I can't do a good impersonation, but who does the best impersonation of you?
I think there's not much calls for Ed Miliband impersonators anymore. I think they've gone through a rather lean 6 years,
they
actually.
Had some good years.
Yeah,
and now they're in the fallow years.
Exactly. I mean, I sometimes get mistaken as somebody who is a lookalike for me.
You should sign up with an agency.
What, as a lookalike?
Turning up at people's parties.
Pretending to be me.
Yeah, it's probably more lucrative than being you.
It's quite a good idea, actually. I did once have to show my driving licence to a lady on the train to convince her it was me. I mean, it's kind of quite me that I then did show her my driving licence. She kept saying, it's not you.
Why were you being asked for your papers on a train?
Well, no, it was just a passenger.
Right.
And she just sort of said to me, I just don't believe it's you, I don't believe it's you. So I got out my driving licence and showed, and even then she didn't really believe me.
Yeah, this holograph doesn't look right to me.
Fake driving licence.
Now, I want to ask you a serious question.
Oh, yeah, I don't really like serious questions.
How many sound engineers have been signed off with stress during this recording?
Lots.
During the podcast, which we've been doing remotely for the past year, I am amazed at how consistent you are in your inability to get your microphone working.
It is extraordinary, isn't it? It's like a sort of running... I wouldn't say running joke.
I don't even know how you can get a recording sounding like that in the 21st century. It sounds like you've been covertly recorded using a wire. It sounds like you've been wiretapped. Your end of the podcast at the moment.
That's one experience I've never had, actually.
That you know about.
No, indeed. Well, I've not been doing the sound mixing for this audiobook. That's maybe what's good. I mean, unlike for the podcast where I do, at least during the last year or so, I've been...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?